So here is our passage number 2, which talks about another gloom and doom scenario. Now, I've watched so many Hollywood movies, so many Hollywood flicks, that somehow these doom and gloom scenarios do not affect me as much. But of course, whatever is mentioned in the passage, I think we should take it seriously because this comes from the world of science. So it says that another 250 million years will be difficult for mammals, that is us and our kin, to survive. And the first paragraph gives you 3 things that are going to make it difficult. Then the next paragraph says that, hey, they've been trying to figure it out for long, and then they're talking about the sun, the evaporation, and then the land masses and their collision, and that once again we'd have all the continents together. The ill effects of all the continents getting together are mentioned in these 2 particular paragraphs. And then of course it also talks about how the topography is going to make things difficult. And finally, volcanoes belching carbon dioxide, etc. And then says that we are already doing it, but then things are not back then, but far ahead in the future is going to be much worse. So let's go ahead and dive into our questions. Which of the following statements, if true, will contradict the claims made in the passage? So A, land will heat up at a faster rate once the continents collide and form one giant landmass. This is true. If you refer to that paragraph that talks about Pangaea Ultima and the one thereafter, it very clearly says that land heats up faster, and because you have just one large continent, there'll be this inner core which will be very hot. Then Pangaea Ultima will consist of all the world's existing continents. True. C, the Pangaea Ultima will eventually make all mammal species extinct. True. That is in fact where the author has started from. D, the sun will release energy at an accelerated rate over the next 110 million years. This is something that cannot be determined on the basis of the passage. Now there is something similar that is written, and I'll just quote the passage on that. The passage says every 110 million years the energy released by the sun increases by 1%. So every 110 million years, I mean, so it gradually starts pushing out more and more energy, and over a course of 110 million years it becomes 1 degrees more. But then does that mean that it will be releasing energy at an accelerated rate over the next 110 million years? That's the usual rate, right? It is not an accelerated rate, number one. Number two, it is not going to happen just for the next 110 million years. It will be happening thereafter as well. It has happened in the past as well. So this somehow suggests that some change is going to happen in the output of the sun for the next 110 million years as compared to the other eras or the other such time zones. That's not borne by the passage, and therefore D, because it is can't say, comes closest to contradicting whatever is mentioned in the passage. A, B and C definitely go on and support, and thus our answer for question number 5 should be D. Here is your next one. What is the primary purpose of the passage? So what does the passage talk about? The passage says that there are these changes in the environment that are going to take place over the course of the millions of years in future. All of these environmental changes will basically lead to this situation where the earth will become uninhabitable for mammals, and they're gonna go extinct. So which one of these talks about it? I think B is the only one that mentions the extinction of mammals. And it also said gives reasons as to why mammals. Absolutely. So I think that comes closest to the primary purpose, and thus our answer for question number 6 is going to be option B. Here is the next question. According to the passage, Pangaea Ultima will be much hotter for all of the following reasons except. So there are two paragraphs, or in fact three, that talk about different reasons why Pangaea Ultima is going to become hotter. So A is one of those reasons mentioned, so can be ruled out. C is another reason mentioned. D is another reason mentioned. If you look at B, it says mountainous regions emitting large amount of carbon dioxide. See, according to the passage, it's not the mountainous regions that emit large amount of carbon dioxide. It is the volcanoes. Mountainous regions are in fact helpful in capturing carbon dioxide and sequestering them into the bottom of the ocean. So this I'd say in fact contradicts the passage, and therefore our answer to question number 7 should be option B. And here is your question 8. Each of the following statements cannot be inferred from the passage except. So cannot and except get cancelled out. So which of the following can be inferred? The planet was much hotter 250 million years ago. Can't say. This is not something that can be determined on the basis of the information that has been supplied by the passage. Then if I look at option B, all life on land will disappear after 250 million years, can't say. I mean, mammals, according to the passage, mammals, yes, but will that happen to all life? We don't know. See, the Earth's crust consists mainly of molten rock. It does contain molten rock according to the passage, yes, but then does it consist molten rock predominantly? It's the word mainly that we can't be sure of. So even C becomes can't say. And D, hilly regions are good for the environment. The passage mentions that hills and mountains pull carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, and thus this is definitely true. And therefore, if we have to look at which one of these can be inferred, it obviously is going to be option D. So that takes care of our second passage from this particular